It's crunch time for the Democrats. And the Democrats need new ideas. Now, out there, we have covered on this show how people being affected by natural disasters. The 2 hurricanes that hit the East Coast, devastating countless populations, cities, and towns in Florida, South and North Carolina, in Georgia. We're seeing man-made disasters such as the devastating train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, or, for example, that chemical plant, that bio plant that blew up in Georgia. We've seen firsthand how even communities like Flint, Michigan, still, after 10 years, do not have safe, clean drinking water. And how could we ever forget the devastating wildfires that destroyed the lives of so many people in Lahaina? The Democrats need leadership. The Democrats need new ideas. And clearly, the Kamala Harris campaign is struggling. It's abundantly clear after their failure with the Beyonce concert that never happened. Poor Willie Nelson. Were you being dragged around? But we need people to step up. And AOC has a big brain idea. That's right. You know her. You love her. AOC has this huge idea. The Kamala Harris campaign is going to go along with it too. Help, help, help. We're starving. Help, help, help. We're broke. Democrats, AOC, how are you going to help us now? How are you going to help us? Well, AOC and Tim Walz got a plan. Tim Walz versus AOC playing Madden on Twitch. Absorb that in. You heard me. Hold on. I'm willing to bet you're probably driving to work right now. You're having a cup of coffee. You're listening to me on your screen or your smartphone or on your laptop, and you said, "Gee, Kit, that was an insane statement you just said. Why would you say something so silly, you silly goose?" Here, let me say it louder and clearer. From Alexandria Ocasio Cortez's Twitch account, this is a public service announcement. Me versus Tim Walz. Madden tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. You ready to go, Governor? Oh, this is real, baby. This is real. That's right, Melissa. That's right, Melissa Brooke. The heart. Don't break my heart. That's right. This is great. This is going to be epic. It's going to happen. And BW says, I wonder who they're going to get to play for them. Who knows? But don't worry. AOC is working hard. Yes, this is an actual tweet. Yes, folks. The world is going crazy. The ship is sinking, but it's fine. Me scrambling to practice Madden before a Bronx Halloween parade. Congresswoman, please get back to work. Americans are starving. Congresswoman, your constituents, they want to speak to you. There's a lot of bad things happening. Tell me, shut up. I'm like totally playing Madden right now. This is happening. Is this news? Kinda. It should show you how ridiculous and desperate Democrats are. They're grasping at straws. Here. Tim Walz and AOC are going to play Madden together on Twitch. Listen, internet. Listen, look at me, internet. Listen to me. Look at me, internet. I'm not going to tell you what to do, and chances are that thing's going to be heavily moderated, right? But have fun, my lovelies. Good hunting. I don't know if this will be a perfect time for a troll to be a troll, but also on the Kick platform, listen, Kick. You have an opportunity here to do some big stuff here, okay? I don't know how this whole event is going to be playing out, but if the Beyonce Kamala Harris rally is a sign of just how bad the Democrats are. Oh my goodness. And especially how that thing imploded. This thing was Madden, Twitch, AOC. I mean, look, you have a sitting congresswoman. Doing this. She's playing video games. Are you even playing that video game? Like, guys, totally. We have to play a video game to get young men to vote. To get young men to vote. Walz and AOC to play Madden on Twitch. No, not Kick. Twitch. And I'm so glad we're on Kick. Okay? To appeal to young men. Because that's what's going to get young men to vote. AOC. Oh, please. Everyone's critical of me because they want to date me. No, AOC. No one wants to date you. Vice President Harris running mate, Governor Tim Walz, and Representative Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, AOC, are set to play Madden NFL together on a live streaming platform, Twitch, on Sunday. That is today. Today. The announcement comes as Harris' campaign seeks to court young male voters, a voting bloc that former President Trump seems to be leading in the polls. The Harvard Institute of Politics Youth poll found that the gender gap among young supporters of Harris and Trump more than doubled since the spring, growing from 8% points in the spring when President Biden was the Democratic nominee to 20 points now with Harris as the party's candidate. Polling has also shown the Democratic nominee trailing behind Trump among male voters in key swing states. A CNN and SSRS poll from September showed Trump leading Harris among likely male voters in Pennsylvania by 15 points, 55% to 40%, and Harris leading Trump among female voters in the state by 11 points, 53% to 42%. The survey of likely voters in Nevada showed Trump with an 18-point lead among male voters, 57% to 39%, while Harris had 16-point lead among female voters, 55% to 39%. The campaign has used Twitch to attract younger voters in the past, even using the platform along with TikTok, YouTubes, and more than a dozen digital services to stream the Democratic National Convention in August, which done diddly squat. She's still neck and neck in an all-tight race with Donald Trump. They're intertwined together, Trump and Kamala. You don't have that big lead. And after everything that happened on Twitch, I'm just going to make a prediction here. That's right. Hold on. I got to summon our great prophet, the one who will save the day.
All lies will be exposed.
Twitch is due for an adpocalypse. You know, in the entire time that they've been around, and just so you guys know, let's talk about Twitch. Let's talk about Twitch. How long has it been around? It was launched in 2011. Did you guys know it's never really earned much of a profit? And they're hemorrhaging and they're hurting. And things are falling apart for Twitch. I'm not saying now's the time to be all in for Kick, but I think it's time to embrace the Kick crusade. But nonetheless, I digress. Let's continue on. Let's continue on, my lovelies. Let's continue on. The announcement also comes amid a series of ads on Yahoo Sports. Who even goes on Yahoo anymore? And DraftKings platforms with predominantly male audiences launched by the Harris campaign last week, specifically aimed at winning over young male voters. Earlier this month, some Democrats expressed worry that Harris is struggling to engage men in the final weeks of the presidential campaign. Well, gee, Democrats, you tell men to F off. Okay. She has a problem with men for the same reason Hillary Clinton did, because it's always misogyny. Maybe it's because a candidate sucks. No pun intended. No pun intended. Get your minds out the gutter. She has a problem with men for the same reason Hillary Clinton did, because misogyny exists, as do outdated ideas about who should hold the presidency. Democratic strategist Christy Stelzer told The Hill earlier this month. Meanwhile, Trump has doubled down on his strongman, machoism, and dictators act, playing It's a Man World at his rallies. Well, if you listen to it, It's a Man's World, there's a little bit more to that song, but okay, whatever. Clinton lost the male vote to Trump in 2016 by 11 points, 41% to 52%, while she won the female vote by 13 points, 54% to 41%. So there you go. But a little bit more to this. Governor Tim Walz is returning to Twitch, and this time he'll actually be playing a game. Earlier this month, Kamala Harris' campaign teamed up with Twitch streamer to live stream a Walz rally as part of a World of Warcraft stream. But on Sunday afternoon, Walz will be playing Madden NFL on Twitch, which represents Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Like with live streaming, the Walz rally alongside World of Warcraft, the idea with this Madden live stream is to try and reach young men, a demographic that Trump polls relatively high with. Folks, do you think this big brain tactic by AOC is going to work? Type 1 for yes, Kit, it will work. And shame on you, you awful man. This is what's going to get voters. Politicians playing video games. I mean, when you look at leaders, does this not inspire you? I mean, look at that. There's a sitting congresswoman. Congresswoman. The American people need you to vote on this bill quickly. I'm playing my video games. Tell everybody to shut up. And Joseph Straught tipped $10. Thank you so much for your generosity. 2 gross phonies. Oh, yes, they are. Very gross phonies indeed. Sunday stream will kick off at 3 p.m. Eastern. So you still got time if you want to be well, the bell tolls. Tolls, if you put an R in there, kind of spells a different word. But there you go. Do you think it'll be a success? Everybody. I don't know, but look at this. I mean, who thought this was a good idea? And before anyone says, gee, Kit, you're making this up. This is fake news. No, this is her actual Twitter account. Look, lovelies. This is her. This is her. She's doing this. Okay, get out to vote, whatever. This is from her actual account. And see, there's the tweet I showed earlier. Me scrambling to practice Madden before Bronx Halloween parade. Help, help, help. The American people are dying. St. Abachan, where are you at? Hey, who do you think would actually win? AOC or Tampon Tim? Type 1 for AOC. Type 2 for Tampon Tim. Type 3, no, somebody else is going to be playing the games for them, Kit. What's wrong with you? These are our politicians. These are our leaders who are going to stop Trump. Democrats, I know you're desperate, but Jesus, man. You seem to be like an addict. Hey, kids, we'll play video games if you give us a vote. Give us a vote, please. Come on, give us a vote. Give us a vote. We need that vote. Mama needs her vote.
If you fool me once, it's because I didn't think a guard was needed. If you fool me twice, it's because I didn't learn the lesson, so it bears repeating. If you try the same play 3 times running, it's because you know what's coming, and you didn't come to lead, you came to purposefully be misleading. Democracy is dry. It's been a century bleeding. The husk is gaping open to the sky, out in the field where all the sheep just keep on circling and worrying and bleeding. They're waiting for the shepherd that they've tried to hide their faith in, but he's so appealing. They'd gladly give their fleece. It's such a freeing feeling that even when he leads them to the ledge and starts to urge them on, they're positively beaming. They were told that they were on their way to save democracy, so even as they plummet, they just gloat. They don't consider screaming. And halfway up the cliff, the shepherd's cozy little mittens wrap around the staff of shattered human hopes on which he's leaning. He shows the gentle grin that used to stir your inner spark, and he says, not me, us, as he gestures to the oligarchs. He knows that if he runs, they're going to stop him like a stolen car. And he'll easily surrender because it bought a lot of time for laying mines in all the grassroots. Suddenly, the tiniest of movements gets you blown apart. Suddenly, you're in a play that's set on an election day, and voting for the fire, unaware you're playing Joan of Arc. Suddenly, the shepherd pulls the rug and slips a hood across your clueless mug, and everything goes zero dark. I'm gonna warn you once more before it's 2024 and you fuck around and find out who your heroes are. To take a step back from the herd, and you'll learn that you can spot who all the shearers are. If you really want to know the product that they're selling, I can take you where the mirrors are. If you think your voice is finally ready, I can tell you where the lyrics are. I hid them in a box I had to bury neath the cobble when they carpet bombed the promenade and raided all the street bazaars. Now all we've got's the marketplace, and you're too broke to even bother asking what the options for your treatment are. Suddenly, the raw debris of homeless human dignity will find it has 100 teeth for every badge and sweeper's arm. Suddenly, they speak in solidarity and each is armed. Suddenly, the sheep can see the shepherd for his truest form and all pitch in at once to help him buy the farm. And now it's zero dark, and all is calm and peaceful save the distant wail of sirens that approach beside the flames of dawn. Suddenly, the carrot's just a string that's on a stick, and all your movements make you sick because the prize is gone. Now, we could go and flee into the forest low and meek, or we can exercise our right to feast and go and graze on Biden's lawn. Because he's been sowing seeds that seep a toxin out to sap a bit from each of us and keep on leeching decades after Biden's gone. So regardless who they summon out of hell to come and do the job, it will not feel like Biden's gone. But in that time of hopelessness, you cannot trust the shepherd when he once again comes asking you to humor him his siren song. And it's cute that you can innocently, honestly assume that's just a symptom of a system that was wired wrong, and not the standard feature, basic function, primary objective of a mass hypnosis firebomb. You don't need to know the words to cry along. Someday it'll hit you like an officer who pistol whipped their ride along. Broke his jaw and kept his job and kept it moving right along. That voting isn't red or blue or black or white or right or wrong. Voting's like a firing squad where you can choose the firearm. It's slow extinction by and large. It's Super Tuesday supercharged. It's all your futures, roots and all, just tossed out on a garbage barge. It's everybody dropping out to push the biggest oligarch. It's everybody voting fire, registered as Joan of Arc.